Alright, hey, what's going on, everyone? And today going to do some gameplay from a classic launch title for the PS1. This one is Jumping Flash. I'll let the demo run through.
Safety of peaceful worlds. An evil scientist who frightens children and is bent on slavery. A giant robot has seized the peaceful world and carried it off. Aloha's evil plan is to turn it into a huge private retreat for himself. Universal City Hall, here to help the people. Robin can do the job. Let's go, Robin. Jump and go. Jumping Flash.
As you can see, this game came out in 1995. Like I said, one of the early titles, a launch title for the PS1, and pretty revolutionary game, really. One of the first 3D type platform games. I remember when this thing came out, just being pretty blown away by the advances in graphics on home consoles at the time. As you can see, if you can imagine seeing this for the first time back in 1995 after, playing Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, systems like that, this was a pretty big leap forward. And, today it might look a little bit rough in comparison to what, you might be used to with these modern day consoles, but, I mean, really, for me, there's a certain charm to these early polygonal games on the Sega Saturn and the PlayStation 1. Just something really nostalgia about the feel and look to them. And this one also has a fantastic soundtrack. I was pretty blown away at the time when the PS1 came out and the Saturn as well, with the advancements in audio, just with the CD quality audio you experienced on those consoles. So yeah, I've got really positive memories from this one, and probably a few of you watching remember this one fondly as well. If you never did see the game back then I'll give you a little look at it today. And definitely, this one could probably be had for a fairly cheap price now. PS1 game, early PS1 game, so if you kind of grew up in that time period playing this stuff and just missed out on this one for whatever reason, maybe this was a little bit before your time, definitely it's one I feel you should go back and check out. You can also get it on the PSN for pretty cheap, I think, the PlayStation Network store. Yeah, myself growing up first with the NES and then moving on to the Genesis and SNES, there were definitely leaps taken from that generation, 8-bit to 16, but when it went from 16 to 32, kind of for the first time being able to play these 3D games on a home console was something pretty cool at the time, definitely. We'll start up a new game. And having the FMV sequences on the Saturn and the PlayStation, that was a pretty revolutionary thing at the time too. We'll start it up.
Ready to go?
As you can see, you kind of have a first-person perspective in this one. There's your shot. A bunch of little different items like this you can pick up. Power-ups, the freeze time item, as you're seeing right now. But yeah, the thing about this one where it really shines is just this massive leaping ability that your character has. And here I'll tell you about this right here, these jet pods. You're basically trying to pick up, well, we've got 4 on this first stage. When you pick up all 4 of them, you can advance to the next stage. But yeah, like I was saying, the really cool thing about this one is just the amazing leaping ability your character had. And yeah, just at the time, really cool to be able to look down upon this 3-dimensional world. I myself remember being pretty blown away by that. And I mean, it still looks pretty great today, I think. And it's just awesome to play. It never gets old. love the music, the look, the feel to the game. Superb presentation, everything about it. An awesome game to fire up and just enjoy. There's a little bonus stage, which you can see there, picked up a cherry bomb. And, there are different kind of super weapons that you can acquire, and those will really come in handy when you're going up against the boss characters. Each world is divided up into like about 3 stages or so, and then you have a boss character at the end. Some pretty awesome looking ones, these giant 3D enemies. First world, we'll probably be able to show you that one. It's like a giant dragon, looks pretty awesome. Just a blast. This one is to play again. There's our final jet pod that we need to move on to the next stage. Just having that ability to like double leap across platforms, just go from end to end of the stage, is pretty awesome, a lot of fun. Yeah, Aloha, Baron Aloha Wood. He's like the main protagonist, or rather antagonist in this game. There we go. Your little rapid spaceship type mecha character there, he's pretty awesome looking as well. You get those views of him when you complete the stage. It's just a pretty wild concept in it, really.
Ready to go? Free time.
You know, I can always have really appreciated these sort of innovative games with kind of wacky concepts and just immensely creative worlds. So yeah, only positive things to say about this one. Definitely one that if you never got a chance to play, definitely go check it out. Guarantee you'll enjoy it. Side overlay. Yeah, but a lot of these games, you know, they don't age so well in terms of how they look and control, just the overall feel to them. For me personally, I definitely don't think that's the case with this title. It still controls unbelievably well. Doesn't really feel sluggish or anything. It's quite responsive. We need one more. You can kind of also look up and down like this, which is helpful in a couple of the kind of corridor type stages where there's a lot of enemies in close proximity to you, and they'll be above and below you, kind of hanging from the ceiling, different places like that where you need to kind of adjust your shot in order to land a hit on them. Can you make that jump? Not quite. Should be able to get to it from here. Got kind of turned around. And the exit.
All right.
I just love that character. So here's the World 1 boss. Look at that, isn't that awesome? He's trying to torch me. The cherry bomb. Let's fry this guy. Large, creative-looking, colorful boss characters. They're so awesome, so fun to play against.
All right.
So that's the end of World 1. Like I said, 3 stages in each world. You get a nice little F and V sequence cutscene here. And I can't remember if it's this stage or the next one. One of them's coming up as one of those corridor type stages, which...
Ready to go?
Okay, so I think it's the next one. It's not this one. Just kind of like another open world area where you can roam around. And these are my favorite in the game. These massive stages. It's really beautiful, getting a lot of areas to explore. I think that's pretty wild. Yeah, Easter Isle heads up here. And kind of mixed in with sort of Egyptian theme, kind of wild. The stages, they're just all over the place. And that's what makes it awesome. You just look at that elevation. You know, in some games, you're like, oh, is my character going to be able to make that jump? I'm not sure if I should attempt it. In this one, you don't so much usually have that problem. So this guy's an athlete here. There's ducks bombing away. Awesome. It's a fantastic game. Forgot to hit the jump up there, almost plummeted to doom. Oh, there's one up there. That might be a little bit too ambitious of a jump to attempt. Let's try to land on this first. I should mention also there was a sequel to this game, just titled Jumping Flash 2, of course. And that's another one I'll have to do a gameplay on. Really love that one as well. Can't really decide on which one I would have to consider to be the better title of the two. A little bit more nostalgia for me associated with this one, but that one's really awesome as well. It might be a more polished game overall, I think I would have to say. Getting a little bit low on health. Might not make it. Gotta be a little bit cautious. I can't find the other jet pods right now for some reason. Where are you hiding? That might not be so good. Oh, there's one. Bonus area first because I'm getting kind of low on it. Roman candle, that's a nice weapon to use.
Too bad.
I think there was health right up there in that last balloon, but ran out of time. Guys right here might be trying to get this. Close call. And now we gotta find the exit. Where was it? Excellent. Needed that. It's over on that. Where was that? There we go. Yeah, kind of floating Stonehenge looking area over on this side. Pretty wild. Gotta love that. It's awesome. There we go.
Alright.
See how much time. I've got a little bit of time left on the camera. Now, I do recall, if this is the one I'm thinking it is, the quarter type level, these can be a little bit trying. Alright, what's going on, guys? And yeah, something really strange just happened. Well, actually, this is several days later from when I first started filming the first part of this video. I'm going to combine them. Actually, I filmed about 10 more minutes than the first segment, made it into the third world, and when I put the video, took it off of the camera, put it on my computer, I noticed that from about like 23, 22 minutes onward, there was some really strange, like chopped up, scrambled, distorted audio. Just really would have been pretty difficult to watch, so didn't want to subject you to that horror. And I really thought, what's going on? I have no idea why this could have possibly occurred. And then it kind of dawned on me, I suppose, that with this camera, it has like a wind noise reduction type feature, and I think my overhead fan was on, and being in such close proximity to the monitor here and me talking as well, I don't know, something must have kicked in about like 23 minutes into the video and really caused some very strange, bizarre audio distortions. And so trying to film this part of the video again. So played back through the game, got to where we were last time. We had just completed stage 1 on World 2. So we're about to enter stage 2, and this is one of those quarter stages. And unfortunately, in the last video, I did pretty well, and that footage is kind of lost due to the scrambled audio. So we'll see how we can do here. And that was several days ago, so I also apologize if there are some continuity issues in terms of how the picture is looking and just the sound, the angle of the camera. Sorry, I got distracted here. Got my cat running around. Looked like he was about to jump up on top of the pedestal, the makeshift pedestal I have for the camera. And of course had to prevent that from happening. He's very curious in everything that's going on, so you can probably hear in the background of some of my videos over the years, like right there, for instance. So I do apologize about that, but not much I can do. I tried to get him to go in the other room and kind of hang out with my wife for a little while I'm trying to film this, but he always wants to follow me around, which is cool. I've had him for quite a while now, so yeah, he's been a really great friend, awesome cat. But anyway, we're talking about this game. So yeah, I have absolutely no idea what I was talking about several days ago when I was filming the first part of this video. Well, didn't intend for there to be a second part, but that kind of noise, audio, wind reduction, I suppose, sort of ensured that I would have to film a second part of it. The screaming spider, which I suppose is okay. Will give me the opportunity to kind of edit together both parts, and the video will be much longer, so you'll get to see a little bit more of the game, which I also suppose could be a positive or a negative, depending upon whether or not you enjoy this game so much. But it's one that I'm pretty fond of. Pretty nostalgic title for me, so definitely thought I would have to show it to you. And as luck would have it, of course, this time around I'm not doing quite as well as I was the first time. But here's an HP max, so that will definitely aid us in our quest here. And these, it's really obnoxious, these platforms that are kind of going in the other direction when you try to walk on them. You know, it will just stop you dead in your tracks and you won't be able to progress at all. Got the cherry bomb. Something that will definitely be quite useful when we come up against the boss in this stage. That is assuming that we make it to him in one piece. And yeah, right when I was starting to talk about those time extensions in the other video, that seemed to be when the garbled, weird noise, wind reduction kicked in on the camera, so hopefully I don't jinx it by talking about it now. But yeah, those time extensions are extremely helpful on a stage such as this one, where you're given a very limited amount of time to collect all the jet pods and progress to the end of it. I've got about, what, 222 left, so we're gonna kind of have to move quickly. Oh, no, here's the end of it, so that should be quite alright.
All right.
I don't know if I have the volume exactly where I had it from the previous video or the camera angle or any of that, so I apologize if it's slightly askew compared to the previous shooting, but another really awesome boss, like I said, the first world boss, that giant fire-breathing dragon, really cool one, and as you might guess, this one is very cool here that we're about to see as well, so for the second time going up against him, hopefully we'll be able to knock this guy out with a fair amount of ease. Got one more cherry bomb, but yeah, I'll give you a little bit of, I could probably take him out a little bit more quickly, but if you want to get a look at him, it's cool. He'll kind of, like a scorpion type of thing, he'll crawl at you. I'm trying to bait him over here into doing that. He doesn't seem to be interested. I like it when he puts the pincers down and kind of comes at you. There we go. Just incredibly creative all around this game. And yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that, because it looks like he might be able to get the best of me here. Just wanted to see him crawl around like that, but he almost beat me. No, we got him.
All right.
Yeah, Jumping Flesh, man. I mean, really, what's not to love about this game? For me, one of the cooler titles on the original PS1. Rob it away. This is kind of a little bit, in the last part of the video that I shot before the audio got all messed up, I actually played a little bit into stage 2, so and then the camera kind of ran out of energy, so I think I've got about 20 minutes left this time, so hopefully it's not too boring to watch, but
Ready to go?
we'll continue playing for as long as we can. Yeah, another just incredibly creative looking world. I mean, there's not a dull looking stage in the entire game. You can go through the whole thing, and just the visual eye candy, it's quite impressive. There's our first jet pod. Yeah, just making these incredibly high leaps and kind of being able to observe from afar the world beneath you in this 3D polygonal environment. Just awesome. And in 1995, quite a groundbreaking thing on a home console. For me, you know, like I've already mentioned, I think I mentioned it in the last part, I can't quite remember, but these early polygonal games on like the PS1 and, for instance, other system like the Sega Saturn, which I'm quite fond of, you know, very nostalgic looking graphics for me. And I don't know, I kind of prefer the way these games look in 3D, the early type of 3D on home consoles in comparison to the just like uber polished stuff of today, the ultra realism. I don't know, just, you know, it doesn't quite appeal to me so much, which is probably why I'm Yeah, at least at this point, don't think I'm going to be in the market to purchase like an Xbox One or a PS4. I do have a PS3, Xbox 360, both great systems, but the older stuff is definitely what I'll always be most interested in, and that's something that's just not going to change ever. I suppose I could be quite stubborn in that regard, but yeah, just the way it is. This is primarily a retro gaming channel, so I'm pretty sure that most of you watching would wholeheartedly agree with me. Yeah, sorry, just kind of rambling about, but we still have a little task at hand. We've got 2 more jet pods to try and locate, so of course, being that I was able to progress past the stage in the last filming that I did, I'm sure the game filming gods will frown upon me right now since I'm trying to do it again, and we won't be able to find those jet pods, but I'll try. Watching, you're probably like, oh, you've already been to this location, why are you going back to it? But you know how it is, like when you're rambling about, talking a bunch in a video, and trying to do some gameplay at the same time. At least for me, it can be a little bit distracting to my train of thought and my memory in terms of where I've already been in the stage kind of get a bit muddled and lost. Oh, wait a second here. I see that fan. Okay. Wow, man, that's quite an old memory. Just kind of quickly came back to me there. Deja vu. Many, many years ago. So I suppose that there's just one remaining somewhere, and there it is. It's behind the castle. Of course, that should have been obvious, right? Let's snatch that up with a bit of haste, and we'll move on to the boss. Actually, here. Before I do that, I'll dispose of some frogs and nice look at that castle there. Pretty impressive stuff back in the day. Still looks awesome.
Ready to go?
Might they have been using some of these while creating this game? Perhaps. But don't do that, children watching at home. I'll not officially endorse something like that. I'm just going all over the place right now. It's like a super bounce. Jesus Christ, look at the air you can get with that. That's pretty awesome. Oh, wow. See, now, man, this brings back a ton of memories. I actually do recall the stage. Get rid of that giraffe there. But yeah, this one kind of has this moving rainbow colored platform. So you can probably see it right there. Look down at it. And yeah, it's like a platform like the other stage I showed you inside of the pyramid. It kind of moves at a steady pace in one direction. So, you know, when you land on it, this one, I think this one takes you quite rapidly forward. So you've got to be careful. It'll just kind of dump you off into no man's land. And I'm going the wrong way on it right now. So it's just going to push me up to right where we jumped off from. Quite a fervid pace. Yeah, if I'm thinking about it correctly, they position quite a few of those various points on this track, so they can be a little bit tricky to get to. Oh no, shit. You gotta be careful not to do that. Look at that, how awesome is that? These whales just kind of flying through. Alright, there's one. There's another one as well. So let's kind of chart out our plan of attack. And hopefully this one's moving in this direction. And yeah, of course it's not. If it were, that would be too easy to get to, right? But here, let's go back this way. I should be able to gain access to it from the other side. No! God, it's going the other way, this one too. So that's gonna push me back. And if I actually try to progress forward on that one, you know, I'll be jumping around like crazy and, you know, probably end up just falling off the stage, so not really advisable. Well, we got 6 minutes left on this stage. Let's see if I can land on that. Got that one. Alright, so that one is the last one that we need. Oh, that's making me kind of dizzy. We'll see about the best possible route to get to that one. Let's jump on Rainbow Road here, see what happens. I don't think that's quite what we're looking for. And see, now I seem to have gotten a bit turned around. One up. Where is that jet pod? Oh, there it is, there it is. I believe, anyway. Okay, it's right up there. So, I can't remember. Can we, let me see. Kind of use this Ferris wheel to my advantage. Yes, you can. I suppose that's how they wanted you to do it. So, okay, there's the exit over there. that amazing leaping ability that your character has. You're basically just going end to end across the stage pretty quickly, and I mean that makes it a whole lot of fun being able to do that. It's like Mario on steroids. What is this? Jeez, I'm not sure if I remember what this boss looked like in this stage. We'll see though.
Ready to go?
Oh, okay, I think it's the jester, the clown type guy coming out of, like, like various parts of him kind of come out of these teacups, coffee mugs that are rotating around the stage. I don't know if I just stay on one, if arm or appendage of some sort will eventually pop out of it, I'll be able to kind of blast away at. Maybe not, doesn't look like that's happening. Gosh. There's an arm. Oh, just missed the head. But yeah, I mean, just really insanely creative looking boss characters. I could just get rid of these darn arms. I'm all out of supers, which is not so good, but I've got some rockets. There's the head. Trying to knock it out. One more cup, I believe. There he is. There's the body. Let's demolish this guy.
All right.
So that's the end of world number 3. This is going to be quite a long video when I edit both parts together. So. I don't know, for those of you who really enjoyed this game back in the day and maybe had forgotten about it, haven't seen it in quite some time, hopefully you'll enjoy it. And for those of you who have never been able to experience this game, here's a little look at it, and definitely admonish you to give it a try, play it. It's a whole lot of fun, and you're really kind of missing out on a great gaming experience if you don't give this one a try. Oh geez, wow, okay. Yeah, it's just crazy playing these games that you haven't played in so many years. Just playing them again, everything kind of rushes back to your memory kind of at once you see it. And yeah, this stage, I remember it being quite a difficult one. I mean, this icy surface that you're trying to navigate, it's just incredibly slippery. As you can see, every movement that you make, this guy, you're just kind of sliding around. Very difficult to gain traction.
Free time.
Yeah, free time is nice, but won't help you with the sliding. Yeah, I've got about, I don't know, look at the camera. I think only about 4 minutes left for this video, so... House. There's another one. They've kind of strategically positioned it right along the edge of the stage here, and yeah, that's death if you slide too far and fall off of it. Bastards. But yeah, I guess talking about the series, like I said, I'll have to do a gameplay on Jumping Flash 2 as well. And if memory serves me correctly, I do recall hearing something about like a third title in the series that was it the PS2? I think it was actually still on the PS1. It wasn't titled Jumping Flash 3, anything like that. But it was a game that was exclusive to the Japanese region PS1. Unfortunately, didn't come out in Europe and the States, but that's one that I need to look into picking that one up because I've actually never played that one. Maybe some of you guys have. That's one I should have picked up while I was over there living in Japan. Probably would have been pretty cheap, especially back then. But yeah, that would definitely be a cool one to check out. Yeah, I've just got 2 minutes on the camera, so yeah, really appreciate you sticking with me for this video. It took me several days to kind of produce it with the camera malfunctioning that I was experiencing, so yeah, really appreciate you checking this one out. And, if you watched all the way through, that's awesome. Really enjoy making these videos, so it's always great to hear when people enjoy watching them as well. I'm just rambling on, so I don't even know. I can't remember if I actually managed to collect the last jet pod and am able to just kind of move on to the exit now or not, but I don't think the camera's going to permit me to get that far anyway. It's got about a minute left. Oh, there's our exit. Oh no. Sliding around all over the thing. Alright, so that'll be a good place to end the video. Here we'll show you 3 stages or 3 worlds rather, and the first stage of World 4. And camera's just about to come to a close. It's got like 50 seconds left on it, so yeah. Once again, thanks for watching the video, and definitely be talking to all you guys very soon. So, yeah, bye for now.